250s here. So let's.
Oh, I didn't look at the notes this time.
No, sorry, I forgot to bring them out. They were late. It's all right.
Okay.
I could have emailed them to you guys yesterday, I guess. Anyway, let's start with Frenchie. Fastest qualifier.
Are we starting from the bottom, working up, or you just got some people?
I just randomized.
We'll spitball at the end.
I was gonna say I take notes, and then at the end we can cover anybody. So anyway.
By the way, I like it. Yeah.
The notes?
Yeah,
we're professionals.
I do. Jesus.
Come on, bro. Fist me.
Whoa,
shift.
whoa, I don't know.
Hang on, speaking of that, did you see Tony Alessi's post on Instagram about Justin Hill thrusting deep into the field?
Oh boy, no.
Tony Alessi needs to stay off social media.
Anyway, back to 250s here. So Frenchie, fastest qualifier, heat race, comes in that first corner too hot there, and that was a mess. Then horrible start in the main, but he was the fast guy in the heat race, so that was kind of.
He was actually, I think he had actually even second fastest lap in the main.
Oh, did he?
Second or third.
Yeah. But yeah, horrible start in the main. Goes down there with Mosman in the first rhythm section, and then comes back and finishes 12th, and was in the pit area and everything else in between.
This guy hardtailed it pretty hard, but thinking back, this is the same for Andis. He's kind of got AC syndrome.
I was about to say, is this gonna be 2019 all over again for him?
This is kind of
he's not gonna get his first win till like round 4.
Yeah,
which would be the Triple Crown, right? Yeah, Glendale, Triple Crown.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know, man. He's the fastest guy, clearly. In my opinion.
Yeah, speed-wise, he is definitely.
Starts, I just don't know, and I think the same thing about Tomac. I just don't understand why a guy with that much talent and that caliber can't figure out how to start.
Off a grade.
Well,
Off a grade.
Well, which is weird too because
is it the team not able to?
We know it's not the bike. I don't think it's the bike.
Oh yeah, Cooper going down the straightaway out of the tunnel was.
And which weird too, because DV was always a pretty good starter back in the day.
Yeah,
I
don't know. I just don't get it.
If you look at, I'd always kind of, because I've always been a Frenchie fan, I always kind of looked at that and there was times where you'd look at his technique, and his technique is good off the line. I don't know if he's just dragging too much clutch as he gets over the grate. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he rolls off. I don't know what, because you look at him and he's so smooth and he's so talented. He's got good technique. You watch a lot of guys, their technique isn't good.
If you're that talented, you should be able to figure out how to start.
And what's weird too is his heat starts aren't
great either.
Yeah,
no, he sucks his starts.
Which is always weird too, because you watch his reaction time is really good. So I think he's doing something within those first 20 feet that's just, I don't know what he's doing. I guess you'd have to watch a video consistently back to back to find out what he's doing. But how has DV not figured it out yet? Of all people.
Especially how much of a hard ass he is.
Oh yeah, dude. We talked about this after the A1 wrap-up show. He was going to have him doing 100 start. They were putting in clutch because you knew he was going to be out there just hounding him. So I don't know what it is, but
and it bit him.
Well, and it bit him outdoors too.
That's the only reason that he didn't do well in that race. Didn't get a good start.
So is this 2019 all over again? Is he going to do the same exact thing?
I think so.
I don't know
if he can get the title again. There's 2 other consistent guys.
I don't know if he can put himself in a hole this year like that. Because last year was just him and AC. Colt Nichols for a while, and then Colt got hurt, so then it just became him and AC. And you're right. You can't. He's not gonna be able to put himself in a hole because now he's.
And think about it. Cooper was pretty damn solid last year, and now I think Cooper stepped it up.
Cooper's stepping it up. If Jet Lawrence can get his cardio down, Christian Craig looked really good until so now.
I'm not gonna shoot Lawrence down too bad on the cardio thing yet because he bent the brake lever right back to the peg.
Mm-hmm. I think also Jet's still a little. I think he gets in his own head when he's out front like that because he crashed in practice.
I was a little nervous with him too. They were taping up his back. I didn't know if he ate shit and where he or whatever. But.
So I don't know. I still think it's too early. I think that if he doesn't have a win by round 4,
Then I think his title hopes are kind of out the window at that point. Right now, I think he's still in it. He's only 15 down.
Yeah.
He was down. He hadn't been close to that much last year.
17.
Yeah. So I think he's okay, and he's head and shoulders faster than everyone else.
Oh, he is.
Gotta get a start, man.
Which is scary because do we think if he gets a start, he just gaps everybody?
Oh yeah.
Badly?
Oh yeah. I think speed-wise, he's next level like Faulkner was last year.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Because you watch him and you're just dude, and the difference between him is he just puts laps.
As aggressive as last year.
Well, and we'll get into that when we go to him, but with Frenchie, he just puts lap after lap after lap. He can do it like that anytime he wants to. Where these other guys, they'll put in a fast lap, and then you could tell that they're backing it down a little bit because they're not comfortable doing it. Frenchie will just go out there and fucking just say, I don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. He'll just go out and do it every lap. So, yeah, no, it'll be curious to see what he does when he actually does get a start.
Oh, he's gone. I have no doubt in my mind.
I don't either.
He's pissed. Did you see any of his shit after A1?
Oh,
He was
yeah.
pissed.
Well, he was
Saw
pissed
him
on the podium.
Dude.
throwing Justin Cooper under the bus.
Yeah, he don't like Justin Cooper.
Even
Pretty good for a guy who skips the whoops at the practice track.
Well, he was pissed about the whole outdoor thing because he felt that Cooper would race him harder than AC.
Mm-hmm.
So those two don't like each other.
Did you? Because even like the Dirt Shark video from A1, Dirt Shark went up to him and he's like, not good, not good, not. And he's like, no man, tell me how was it? He's like, we did it, whatever, but yeah, it's not.
I think I'm going to.
Well, now he expects to win all the time.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't blame him. He should be.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see. I just hope it doesn't cost him a title.
I also heard on Main Event Moto that Daniel Blair rode the elevator with him at A1 from the floor up to the press conference, and all he was asking about was what happened in 450s, who did what, how'd he look, how'd he look, how'd he look. So
Well, they talk about that on the broadcast too.
They seem to think that his mind is.
Well,
is
he's looking
there
at AC
already.
right now, and he's going, well, if he's doing that good.
AC's ass.
And that's the thing is like,
But the thing is like getting on a 450. It's not like AC got on a 450, and I feel like it's got enough power to smooth him out a little bit. That's not Frenchie's problem.
Yeah,
he can't get fucking start, and if he doesn't get a start in the 450 class, he's gonna do the
well,
same
I
thing
hope
he does now.
I hope when he goes to the 450s next year, he's not on Yamaha anymore.
Are you taking back what you said about that bike? Marshall looks pretty damn good.
We'll talk about that a little bit too.
I've heard he's going KTM next year.
I wouldn't
Could
know.
you imagine?
I heard they're
Well,
going,
wait a
I heard
minute,
they're
wait a
going
minute,
three riders.
wait a minute. You're gonna tell me?
I heard
I
he
guess
was, I
we
heard
can
he was
talk-
talking to
Let's
Roger
get
after
into
the
it.
race.
Let's wait. Let's finish out the 250.
But anyway,
Yeah, okay.
let's
Oh,
talk
this
about
next
the
little
next
part's gonna
guy.
be fucking
Yeah,
good.
this is gonna be fun.
So Faulkner,
You're a tard.
fuck off.
Dude,
Go
all right.
fuck yourself.
Can we
for all I
give?
care.
Should we give people a little backstory? on
Yeah,
this
let's
thing?
go for it, Cole.
So we already been going at this here with the Faulkner thing since
All right.
Saturday night.
Give us your points.
Okay, so whole shots heat race.
Okay. Wins.
He was 1 second slower a lap than Cooper in the heat. Was not the fastest guy all
Nope.
night.
Nope.
In the main, good start.
Yep.
Fucking goes through, easy, cruise through, win.
Yep.
Okay, that's my point.
Manage the race, right?
Travis was not impressed, by the way.
Not at all.
Travis thinks the race was not impressive from Faulkner.
It's not.
And what page are you on? I think it was kind of impressive because been off the bike a little while.
Maturity. Only word
He
that comes to
did. He
mind.
wasn't all over the place.
He didn't go down once. I'll
His
give you that.
his style doesn't look as aggressive as it was last year.
Nope, because he's learned, finally.
He saw Lawrence behind him, and I'm sure he's like, well,
didn't get shook.
Lawrence is a rookie. Like,
Yeah.
he ain't going to make it to the end. He knows where Cooper's at the whole race.
Yeah.
Managed the race.
And look how many laps Cooper got behind him. There was about a 4-second gap. Cooper got behind him with, like 7 minutes plus that lap to go.
And the gap didn't shorten.
And he couldn't close the gap. And I'm telling you, what happens, and I said this on the wrap-up show for A1, what happens when Faulkner... Now, yes, he may crash because he did it a lot last year, but he didn't do it in the races. What happens when Faulkner decides to uncork that speed from last year? And now that he's got more control, he's 1 year smarter. Because if everybody's got to remember, last year was the first time that he actually had pressure on him going into a season, Supercross-wise. He didn't have it his rookie year. He didn't have it the year after that with Osborne because nobody knew it was going to happen. But then after that, he had the pressure. What happens when he decides to uncork that speed from last year? I'm not saying he's going to be faster than Frenchie outright.
Like, he wasn't scrubbing that much, or really?
No, he just looked good.
He's
Plain
not
and simple.
scrubbing his face either.
Yeah, dude, he's got
Get
some,
that man a
he's got
proactive
some
sponsorship.
real
Bring
bad
that outside
applicants.
sponsorship.
So I understand why you say what you said because you talked about Jet being a rookie, Cooper. But that's the thing,
He
though.
looks angry.
I'm not
What-
angry.
what happened when-
my points are in my head?
What
right
happened
now
when
already.
Cooper? What happened when Cooper closed the gap on him?
Cooper closed down over 3 seconds.
But it
throughout
didn't
the course
matter
of the
though
race.
because he did, and then
No
he
shit,
didn't go
because he
there.
got a bad start. This is what I'm
Are
saying.
you talking about him catching Cooper on the last lap when Faulkner mailed it in?
No, I'm not talking that. I'm talking if you look at the beginning of the race where Cooper started, because Cooper also didn't have a great start in that main.
Yep.
It was okay. It wasn't as bad as Frenchie's, but it wasn't great. Compared to the last 3 laps,
Yeah.
whatever, he went from 6 seconds down, 7 seconds down to 3.5.
And then what happened?
So he made 3.5 seconds on a not easy
And
track.
then Faulkner saw him.
Here's the thing, it's not impressive. And you bring up the fact of, okay, when he uncorks that speed, that next level speed that he had last year, yes, when he uncorks it, what's he do?
He doesn't crash in the races though.
He hits the deck.
He crashes in practice. When did he crash in a race last year that
He'll
cost
hit
him?
the deck.
But it didn't
Did he
happen last
crash in a
year.
race last year?
He'll hit the deck.
But it
He
didn't
had-
happen last year.
He had no pressure. And the thing is, it's
I don't.
just
But
like,
Cooper's speed, next level of speed, is not on Fortner's next level speed. That's the difference, though.
Yeah, but if Fortner breaks that speed out, he's gonna hit the deck.
I don't see that. Practice, I get why you think that, but tell me when last year did his crashing cost him a race? It didn't.
I almost think too. You got to play not even just the speed card. You got to think of the mentality card, because if Fortner needs to uncork that speed and he's getting sketchy, he's 1 year more mature.
I agree
He's gonna
with that
back it
point.
down and say, Cooper, give me the win.
The only thing I look
agree
at it
with
as
that
is we
point.
keep bringing this up. The impressive thing is the fact that Fortner won the main without being the fastest guy the entire day.
I 100% agree with that.
You think that's impressive?
He did. I don't think it's impressive.
You're
It's-
drunk.
This is
God.
the same
He
thing.
just hates Fortner.
This,
Worse
no,
than you do.
no. Well,
I don't like Fortner.
I mean, his attitude is starting to get on my nerves now.
And Cooper's doesn't?
It was cool.
Cooper's
an idiot.
His interview actually was a lot better.
I just don't like the kid. I just don't like him.
I mean, I'm not.
I don't
a
like
fan of
Fortner
Cooper
either. I don't like Fortner
Look at
either.
look at what I did with Desnations. I didn't watch Desnations because
No.
I didn't like the fact they put Cooper on the team. But
Wow.
at the same
Wow.
time here, if I got to pick between him and Faulkner, dude, I'm going with him. And I think I've heard this same thing with the 450s. Okay, Tomac for a couple of years there was next level speed. That's how he won 9 races, 8 races in a year. Now he still is fast, but
We'll get into
everyone
that, too.
else has caught back up to him.
Well,
This
him
is
being the
same thing with-
fastest guy and still not winning a title, do you think that's impressive?
This is no.
I just don't see. I just don't
This
see.
is
So
what-
that.
that's my point right there. Fortner isn't the fastest guy. Is still going to win the title.
Well,
Impressive.
and the difference is
I don't
that
know that he's going. I don't think
Cooper
he's
isn't going to
fast.
get starts every weekend like Fortner's going to. So Cooper's already putting himself in a hole. Cooper's starts were terrible in St. Louis compared to A1.
But
And I don't think he's not as good off the grid.
So, like I said, what's going to happen that when Fortner decides to uncork that speed and Cooper's in 5th? By the time Cooper gets to the top 3, Fortner will have 10, 12 seconds on him.
Here's the thing. I don't think Fortner's gonna be able to go through the whole season with this mellow attitude. I don't think so.
If he's got,
The way he
I can
talks
agree with that.
the
I
way
can
he
agree with
talks
that.
in his interviews. So at some point he's gonna, and it's already started in some of the stuff I've heard from this race alone. It's already started of the I'm the baddest fucking guy out there. Okay,
I can agree
fine.
with that.
That's cool. However, what that's going to translate into is the same shit we saw last year, where he's going to go into practice thinking he's the baddest dude, and when Frenchie's putting it on top of the board and laying the wood to him, he's going to then, I'm going to uncork it, but try not to crash type deal, because I'm not going to go 100%, I'm going to go 99. He's going to hit the deck in practice, or he's going to hit the deck in the main, because what's going to happen too in the mains is at some point, Frenchie's going to get a start. We saw it last year. There were a couple races. He got a start. Las Vegas was one of them. I don't remember before that. But at some point, he's going to get a start. And he is on that speed level.
He is.
Even when Fortner uncorks
He is.
It's just going to be interesting
Fortner.
to see how Fortner's going to handle someone else's speed.
Now,
I think Fortner will.
Is he going to say, "Oh, I'm 14 points ahead. Ferenz is out front. I'm in second."
I think he does
now,
what
if
he did at the
if
first East-West shootout last year, and he lets AC and Frenchie go by.
I was going to say, if he does that, where he's like, I got a 14-point lead, the 3 points isn't going to kill me, and you can't get a start consistently every week, see you later, then that might change my mind into
Well,
the
you
fact
think that's
of,
impressive?
That would be more impressive.
I
than
think
what
the biggest-
saw-
that's exactly
than
what
I
he
saw
just
Saturday
did.
night.
I think the biggest difference
No.
is Frenchie or Fortner is not afraid of Cooper. And he doesn't look as Cooper on the same level as him. He looks at Frenchie and he goes, "Okay, we're level, we're peers." He looks at Cooper and
He
he
looks at
goes,
Cooper, he's like peasant.
"This is the same." And you know what?
Yeah.
It's going to happen in outdoors too. If both of them make it healthy through outdoors, it'll be the same thing. I am impressed with Cooper how much of a jump he's made compared to last year because
Oh,
he
he's way
definitely is a
better.
lot faster.
Way better.
But the thing is that I still don't look at Cooper and go, "This is a kid that's ever going to win a championship." Because once again, his
You don't
start.
think he's going to be in the mix here at the end of the year?
No, he'll be in the mix, but
With a chance going in Salt Lake that, like,
no,
if some
he's
crazy
not going to have a
shit
chance.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think he's have a chance.
You don't think he's going to be within 15 at the end of the year?
Well, okay, so for me, that's still not within a chance.
In a 250 class, you got to be within 10.
He's gone, what, 1-2? Finished second?
No, he didn't finish second.
What did he
No,
do?
yeah, he did finish
finished
second. Yeah, he did
so
finish
he's
second.
gone 1-2.
But
And you don't think he's...
see, this is where you
Gonna be
look
at
what I'm saying, and I say that I think the same thing as you saying that Fortner's not impressive. We have the same mentality of this conversation. Like, I just don't see it because I don't think Cooper's starts are going to be there every weekend either. They weren't last year. They were outdoors.
That's fair.
But which is weird too because you talk about. back
I'm
in the
looking
day-
at it. I feel like you're looking at it impressive from a speed standpoint. Justin and I are looking at impressive of his ride from a mental
because we didn't see it last year.
standpoint.
Well, from the mental
Like-
standpoint, it is more impressive.
He just didn't look sketchy.
He didn't
That's all-
look
that's all
sketchy
we
at
needed
all.
to hear.
He didn't get all sketchy at
Now,
all.
if he goes to
So that
A2
was-
next
that was
weekend,
different.
now if he goes to A2 next weekend and he hits the deck in practice again, then we can have this conversation. But if he goes through practice, doesn't hit the ground, goes through his heat race, doesn't hit the ground, goes through the main, doesn't hit the ground, I'm gonna be thinking that okay, finally it kind of had an AC moment. Like he realized like, hey, I got to learn to back it down. I don't need to be the fastest guy. So once again, projecting far ahead.
I can agree with him on.
Yeah, there are
Can
points.
you agree with him on the impressive from the speed side?
Yes.
Not impressed with the speed side.
Yes, but what happens? And once again,
But you're impressed with the mental side.
oh, for sure, because he
Right.
didn't do this last
Okay.
year.
Can you agree with that?
The mental side, yes, was more impressive.
Last thing I'll say
Okay,
about
so
Ford-
I'm kind of.
We're finding our middle ground.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on the part where it wasn't balls out impressive
No.
speed that blows your mind.
No,
last
But overall, he
Yeah.
won the race, and that's impressive.
he did what he had to do.
last thing I'll say about Fortner is and once again, try not to project too far ahead. What happens if he next wins the next 2 races? And
If
now
he wins the next 2
and the
without
Triple
hitting
Crown-
the deck,
and the Triple Crown is in 2 rounds.
and in one of them he has pressure from say Frenchie, or Cooper gets a better start and is right on his ass, then it will be more impressive to me on the mental side of shit. He's pulling it together. We'll call it Dungy status because that's where everyone seems to go with that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Of this is how I'm going to win a title.
We'll see.
So again, we'll see. We don't know yet.
Yeah, it's tough because I believe you got to be 4 to 5 rounds in before you can really start
For the
locking
250s,
in.
for the 250s, I think so because the guys are still
450s even too.
well to an extent, and I will make my comment about some guys in the but it just the 250 guys are way too up and down.
But let's move on to what I did think was impressive Saturday night. Jet
From
Lawrence.
speed?
From speed standpoint.
Jet had really good speed.
Jet Lawrence.
Yes.
He did.
11 minutes of on
Technique
Forkner's
looked really
body.
good too. I just want to point out, being there in person, the balls out speed in the corner before the whoops and the whoops. Standing up all the way through the corner between the whoops looked like he was on a roller coaster rail. Going into the whoops, hop, wheeling like 5 out, BMX style, setting the front end in and going. They didn't show it on TV because I watched it.
I did see him at one point wheelie through the glass 4 whoops.
Right.
And I was like, whoa, chill.
And it was sweet. It was smooth.
Yeah.
It was fast. And then bent the brake lever, all that stuff kind of happened.
Yep.
And he went out there like last lap, 2 laps, just play riding, wheelied the whole whoop section, set it in, and kept going.
Well, we talked about this.
That was sweet.
Off camera and stuff. Like you watch Jet, not so much with the upper body, but the lower body. Anybody watching this next time, pay attention to Jet. Watch out through the corners. He has a very Ken Roxon-esque style. You know, Kenny does this thing, and I'm not going to. But when you watch him, when he weights the peg, he's on the balls of his feet, but he pushes his leg forward, still putting pressure on the inside shroud. You watch Jet, he does a lot of the same things that Kenny does. Just watch him.
Yeah.
He's just very smooth. He uses a lot of hip strength down. The kid, if he gets the cardio down, and I do agree, the brake lever, you know, the brake pedal thing, that was an issue. I still think that his cardio isn't there exactly yet, and he still is very
I would
sketchy.
say 16-year-old rookie, man.
No, I'm not taking.
Yeah,
He's very. But the crash with Koga in practice. The things
Hey, at
that-
least Koga was there for him to land on.
yeah,
Thanks,
no
Koga.
shit. But you watched it while even the far side rhythm section before you went across the start, how far he was fading right. There was a lot of times, and I don't know if it was a camera angle. I watched him, and when he G'd out, I'm like, oh crap, he's going right, and he's gonna hit the bales. I
He
think
did
that.
in the main.
Yeah, I think that I will say this: Jet, maybe we see it in Triple Crown. I think that Jet is going to contend for a win. I don't see him getting a win, but he's going to contend for a win this year, and people are going to be like, "Oh crap, okay."
I think.
I wish Hunter was healthy to see what the comparison was.
I don't think Hunter's going to have the same speed in Supercross.
I don't think.
think so
I don't
either.
think Hunter's gonna race Supercross. To be really honest.
I think outdoors is going to be very interesting because Hunter is still faster than Jet, but Supercross, it just fits Jet's style more.
Okay, so moving on. Hard
Sweet
rap.
name, by the way. Jet.
I know.
J
Terrence
Law,
is
just
on
come
it.
on, J Law.
Oh god.
Yes, J Law reference.
So hard rap, first podium.
Very impressed. I mean, he got a gift.
Well,
very
yeah.
impressive.
Yeah, I
I mean, so you gotta get
like
like
he was
craze going on.
very underwhelming to me last week.
I think you just watch him and you're like, it's just
Ah,
not,
yeah,
it's not
he
impressive. He's a big
He
kid.
just
is
stiff
huge.
looking too.
he's ginormous.
Anyway, that's what they wanted him to do, and he did it. And TLD KTM really needed that.
And we all kind of talk. Well, I don't know if he's on your list, but Derek Drake. Though.
Yeah, we can talk about.
Derek Drake is very impressive right now.
How about
I
that start in the heat?
dude. He's
when
been
Jim Conn it.
Yeah.
Dude, he's just been very up and down, but like if you look at the kid's raw speed, he's been top 5 the last couple weeks and certain times in practice. His lap times during the mains have been there. I think that Derek Drake could, if Hart Rap can do it, I think Drake could get a podium. Now I think he.
I don't know about his home life.
Oh god,
He's
here
a-
we go.
I was walking through the pits,
Oh God.
and he's sitting there at the semi. 2 little platinum blondies walking on. He went,
Oh boy, Moto hose.
Hello.
Here they came, sat down.
Good for him.
And then he didn't make the main out of the LCQ, dude. Rattled.
Who?
Or out of the make the main
Out of
out
the
of
heat
the
race.
I mean, he didn't say.
He'll be
Rattled.
fine.
He was thinking about those 2 blondes, dude.
I think he'll be fine.
LCQ, he looked pretty good.
I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine. I think if Hardraff can get a podium, now it'd be a gift. I think that Drake can battle for a podium.
I think Drake can battle for.
He's got to get a start.
Yeah.
And not turn
And man,
himself around.
he had a start that
Hartranft
he-
looked like we talked about too. The whoops didn't look super big, but he looked a little better in the whoops. in my
He's
opinion.
just, like I said, he's just a big kid on that play.
TLD is building it.
Pierce
That's
Brown's going to be good on the East Coast.
That's going to be a team in 3 or so years here that you're going to all of a sudden go, where the fuck did they come
They
from?
just need to get rid of Brian Moreau after this year.
Yeah,
Is he
well,
gonna be trash?
they made a lot of moves in the
They'll
offseason
probably kill himself.
because they hired that, what's it called, that suspension guy from Pro Circuit.
Oh, yeah.
And then I heard they moved into KTM building, like the actual KTM factory building.
They did need that, though. They needed a
that's just
podium.
some structure stuff that they need to.
Yeah, but I know people were talking about KTM dropping them, and it's like, well, if they're moving into that building, then they're
We'll do
not
some
going.
gas.
Or that's KTM going saying, "Hey, let's put you in house and see what it does."
It'll be gas.
Yeah, I don't
Gas
know.
Gas, probably.
Gas is coming, but I think it's coming to either JGR or Rocky Mountain.
Probably Rocky Mountain, I can see. JGR.
Rocky Mountain and JDR, dude.
I
Think
would
so?
say, I don't know. The only thing I could see with JGR more so is because you can run a 250 and a 450 team out of there, where the Rocky Mountain's more just a 450 support team. So
Question is, does he do this again at all this year?
Hartranft?
Yeah, does he get a third? Because we're all in
I don't
agreement that
think
he's
so,
not
dude.
unless a bunch of people's bikes grenade, he's not getting any better than a
If
third.
he's just there like he was this week,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
I think the reason why we forget about him is because he does have a bland style, and he's a guy. Well, he's from New Jersey, so
Yeah.
he just grinds things out. Like he's
Yeah.
just there. He did this in outdoors. He was just there. You
Yeah.
watched him, and you're like, oh, he's 10th fastest, but he's 7th.
He's there.
Yeah, so he's just there. So I guess if that's
Kinda
how
like
he's
a
gonna.
he's like a Brock Tickle.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
he just does that, then hey man, there's all different ways to get on the box, but it's not impressive. I think that's why people forget about him.
Yeah. Overall, good ride for him.
Yeah,
All right, so Justin Cooper, we kind of already talked about. Craig wins his heat,
looked
good, and then crashes out in the main.
yeah.
I
Dude,
heard,
he was his ribs were.
I would say I heard
Yeah, he took a
originally
bar
broken
right
ribs, but I heard he was okay.
He'll be good in the Triple Crowns.
Yeah, he will be, but he wasn't making any time on Lawrence or Fortner.
No.
I think he made up I think the most he did, at least the ticker. He made like a half a second one lap, and then it was the
Yeah,
same.
so
He's just one of those guys that's too smooth. He doesn't look like he's going
Well, we
fast.
know he
too
wants to be on the
smooth, but
450.
he eats shit quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Which is weird too, because once again, you want to talk about from a technique standpoint, like
Oh,
Craig is just
insane.
ridiculous.
That whooped the pass and the whoops and the practice and the heat. You want to talk about that?
That was crazy, dude! Holy crap! Well, once again,
I was sitting right above the whoops, kind of like in the corner. First lap, I was with my buddy Nick, and I said, "Craig's going to the front right here."
and the fact that he was like not even in the screen when they like went through the whoops, and all of a sudden, brrr, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, it's Craig."
Yeah.
It's fine.
So that was rad. That was cool.
So other notables here, top 10. I mean, Hayes was 6th, Clout 7th. Old
I want to give some
Oldenburg-
credit to Hayes.
That's impressive
Yeah.
because God, he does not really look good on that Husky.
Yeah, but they said
he
he was
looks
gonna.
hurt.
He was hurt coming in,
I don't think
so
it's
they
like
said he was
shoulders,
gonna
too.
race in. Yeah, race into shape. So that's not really a surprise.
Question
100%
to
too.
the guy that was supposed to be his teammate, Josh Osby.
I saw him drunk at the bar.
Not shocking, but that was not what I was going to go.
That wasn't where I was going, but okay.
Do we think that if Osby was racing right now, do we think that Osby would be beating him?
Good
Because I'll tell you what, Osby looked really good in the Australian series.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I would say that's what I've heard is he looked really good before he got hurt, but I don't know.
I don't know. It's just that was more of a question to you because you
I know Josh.
Yeah, you know Josh better than both of us.
What was his best fit? He was really doing pretty good on
I think
that Yamaha last year. Started
he's-
looking pretty good.
Sixth, maybe sixth, seventh.
I think he would have been right around the same area.
Yeah. Well, that's good for him though.
No, awesome for him. Like he put in the work since shit we were like 12. So
Swamp Donkey.
what's that?
Swamp Donkey. Remember when people used to call him that?
Uh-uh.
People used to call him Swamp Donkey. Don't know why.
Oh,
Dates
we
back to
always
this.
call him Josh B.
Well,
Oh,
Josh
God.
is an interesting kid. But
Okay,
anyways,
well, this is interesting.
Anyway,
so
No, he like growing up racing with him, he went down south like real early and committed himself real early, so didn't really see a ton of him locally. But then when he came back, when he had like that little Orange Brigade ride kind of deal,
Yeah.
and he's just got balls out fast.
I like
so-
watching Josh ride.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I like watching him ride.
Yep.
I mean-
So he, I would say he'd be 7th, 8th.
Which is cool for an Indiana kid.
Yeah, cool for a local guy that we've all kind of really known.
Yeah.
So
So, I mean, technically these results are a little skewed though, because you figure usually you're gonna have Craig up there in the top 5 and
Jet crashed.
Frenchie in the top
Yeah,
5.
Frenchie.
So basically, you take everyone from pretty much, I would say, Jet back
I think if you
and move it.
I think if you were to move Drake, I think more normal for me would move Drake to the 6th spot.
Yeah.
Cloud's going to keep getting better. I think that.
You think Cloud's going to start doing better than Old? Well, he beat him straight up, I guess, right?
I think that he's going to get some top 5s here soon.
Amart was
Cloud,
4th.
really?
Yeah.
Didn't even have anything on the radar for him.
Which is
but
weird.
Amart was 4th.
Yeah, I mean,
I like Amart's ride.
East Coast dirt.
So,
Amart.
one thing I did hear on the Pulp review, and so we can touch on it here, really, let's see here, we got any time left? This is great radio.
It's great.
All right, we got a couple
We
minutes.
got to make sure the cameras don't die.
Yeah, so we got a couple minutes here. Thoughts, really quick, on Frenchie unlapping himself here. Because
Oh,
I
did
heard
wanna-
Amart's team was not super stoked about that.
I do want to point that out because I was going to make that point and I completely forgot about it. How awesome would it have been when Fortner was on Ferrandis?
I was thinking, yeah.
just
stay there.
Ferrandis just stay there in front of him and Fortner's like mind fucking.
Oh, that would have been.
That would
more-
have put Fortner into a mental mistake.
Fortner would have hit the ground. I'd have seen him hitting the ground more of that because I was thinking about that. I'm like, is Frenchie, like when he dropped in behind him, I was like, is Frenchie going to keep pushing forward or is he going to let, and then he finally dropped it back.
I wish
But
he
I'm
would have
like,
stayed in front of him and just.
if that is what I would have thought of, okay, Frenchie, like he's going to put Fortner in a fucking mind spin and Fortner's at the ground. I could have seen that more from pressure
Would have been
behind.
way cooler if he'd have let Fortner go by
And then
pass him.
I don't really have much to say about that. I think that.
I mean, yeah, unlap himself, dude. If there's a private, or there's that guy in 11th that's in front of Amart, and Amart's in your way, pass the guy. You're obviously.
JGR, get over it. Just get over it.
He's faster, and it's like, as JT said, it's like, what is he supposed to do? Just sit behind you?
I've
because
seen
you're slower?
Amart do dumb shit outdoors before and
So,
stuff like
I
that.
don't know.
So get over
Just
it.
something I wanted to say. All right, anything else quick with 250s?
No,
We're
I'm glad
done?
you brought that up though, because I really did want to bring
Yeah.
up the Ferrandis jumping in back in front of Fortin kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Right now, the 250 class, other than like the
It's very
Cooper,
top-heavy.
Frenchie, and Fortner thing, it's not.
very
been.
top.
It's been really good racing, but it's not. There's not been anything crazy happening.
Yeah.
No.
All right, well, let's move on to 450s then, and then we'll wrap it up here.
That.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I thought if Ferrandis would have done that, or tucked in behind Fortner, and then as Fortner was lapping everybody, they were all pulling out of the way.
You know what would have been even better is that if he'd have held Cooper up. Oh God, that'd have been amazing. Are you going live right now on Snapchat?
What are you doing?
Are you live on Snapchat right now?
On the Instigate.
Oh, okay.
You said Instagay?
Damn it, this camera did shut off because I forgot to fucking erase the footage from last week on it.
Dude, you are so ugly.
Me?
No.
Thanks, man.
Look, he looks like a little kid getting ready to get his picture taken.
Oh, man. Poor Justin.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.